In this episode, I will be talking about three things. What is intuition? Why is it important? And how to harness your intuition ability. So, what is intuition? Greek philosopher Plato defined intuition as a fundamental capacity of human reason to comprehend the true nature of reality. He also described intuition as a pre-existing knowledge residing in the soul of eternity and a phenomenon by which a person becomes conscious of such pre-existing knowledge. So, let me try to elaborate on what Plato really meant here. Consider this. There is an infinite intelligence all around you in this universe. If your consciousness is connected with the infinite intelligence of this universe, you will receive the information from that infinite intelligence and you will be able to make the right choices for your life. Lots of people say that intuition is like your inner voice, and they would tell you to listen to your inner voice, right? But the way I like to explain is it's more like you being connected with the infinite intelligence of this universe. So it's not like your inner voice is telling you something. It's more like that your inner voice or your inner self, which is your own consciousness, is connected with the consciousness of this universe. And the universe is telling you something and you are able to receive the proper information from this universe. Let me explain using a metaphor which you might be familiar with. So imagine this. There is a radio station somewhere which is broadcasting messages all the time. You have a small radio in your hand. In order for your radio to receive the messages from the radio station, your device has to be tuned to the right channel and your radio's antenna has to work properly, right? So your intuition can be compared to this scenario. The consciousness of this universe is like the radio station. You are like the small radio device trying to receive messages from this universe. It means your antenna, which is your consciousness, has to work properly and it has to be tuned properly for you to receive messages from the universe. So your inner voice hears the messages from your higher voice or the higher source, which is the infinite consciousness of this universe. If you are confused about this term, infinite intelligence or infinite consciousness of this universe, don't worry. In future, I will be releasing videos to talk about the infinite consciousness or the infinite intelligence of this universe. For now, let's just believe that there is this infinite intelligence or consciousness of this universe, and you want your consciousness to tap into the infinite consciousness of this universe, and that is basically what your intuition is. So now let me explain the second part, the importance of the intuition. There are times in life when you are not able to make a decision based on logics or reasoning only. Many times in your life, it is likely you will see multiple options or possibilities in front of you. And even after applying all the logics and reasoning, still you can't figure out what to do. You are always in a doubt whether to do this or that. You are not able to make up your mind about what to do with your life. It's because your intuition is not strong at all. If your intuition were very strong, you would feel very decisive with your choices and you would be able to move forward with happy feelings. Let me give you some examples. Let's say that you are not very content or happy about where you are in life financially right now. You are doing sort of okay in your job or in your business. You are sort of stuck in an average life. You are able to pay your bills, but your job or business is not growing. You are dragging through your life year after year. Every once in a while, you wonder whether you should find a different job or whether you should quit your job and follow your passion or do something you always wanted to do or whether you should start a new business or not. You just ponder these thoughts, but you are never able to make a decision to choose the path forward. So, what happens is that you stay stagnant for year after year in the same place. That is an example where you may not have a strong intuition. If you had strong intuition, you would know what to do, whether it's finding a new job or following your passion or starting a new business. Whatever it is, you would be decisive about it. That's the benefit of having a strong intuition. Having a strong intuition means having no doubt. But don't misinterpret my no doubt to some false sense of overconfidence. Sometimes false overconfidence can come from ego or arrogance or false pride. Sometimes when people have too much ego or arrogance or false pride, they can be very overconfident and lots of time they make wrong decisions because of their false overconfidence. So, false overconfidence is not the same as intuition. As a matter of fact, for the person who was falsely overconfident and might have made many wrong choices in life, intuition was not working well. So, what does that mean? That means his consciousness was not connected with the infinite intelligence of this universe. He did not get the right messages from the higher source, and he ended up making wrong decisions again and again, or he could not make the right decision to move forward in life. That's what happens when your intuition is not working well. Your intuition could be your superpower if you know how to harness your intuition. So remember, intuition is not the same as false pride and false overconfidence. If your intuition is strong the right way, you'll be confident the right way, not because of false pride. Many people have ego and false pride, and they make wrong business investments or they make wrong choices again and again. They end up losing lots of time and money. It's just that they don't realize their intuition is not strong enough. So now we have come to the last item, how to harness your intuition ability. The first thing you can do is meditate every day. The more you meditate, the more your consciousness will transcend. The more you meditate, the more you are connected with the consciousness of this whole universe. And your guiding light will be very strong and it will be guiding you throughout your life. You will begin to eliminate your doubts. You will be able to make the right choices for your life. So I can't emphasize enough. If you want to have strong intuition ability, you need to meditate more and more every day. If you are just meditating once or twice a week, you are basically meditating for escape. Let's say that you had a stressful day at work and you want to meditate in order to feel calm and to reduce your stress. That's fine, but if you are just meditating like that only few times per week to reduce the stress, that does not help you to transcend your consciousness, and your consciousness will not connect with the infinite consciousness of this universe. Few times per week meditation will only help you to reduce your stress level temporarily, but your inner voice will not get connected to the higher voice or to the higher source, and therefore you will not be able to harness your intuition. That's why when you meditate every single day for hour after hour, you will slowly establish connection between your consciousness and the consciousness of this whole universe. And that's how you harness your intuition. If you do not have a daily meditation practice, please check out my videos about self-hypnosis meditation. That will help you to start your daily meditation practice. I will add the link of that video in the description below. You can check that later. In addition to the self-hypnosis meditation, you can also do meditative yoga, or you can do meditation for mindfulness. So I'm not saying that my meditation technique is the only method. If you have the habit of doing meditative yoga or meditation for mindfulness, that's also great. But you need to do that every single day. If you are just meditating occasionally, that does not help much. Well, that's pretty much it for today. One last thing that I have to mention is that intuition is not equivalent to suspicion or doubt or skepticism. Some people always have suspicious mindset and they are always in doubt about other people, or they're always skeptic about new ideas. Because of their suspicious mind, they develop chronic distrust and their judgment is clouded. They might always end up with a false conclusion or assumption about other people or situations. That might They might falsely suspect their partners or friends of doing something wrong, although the other person might not have done anything wrong. They might constantly be very negative about any situation. So when that happens, the doubtful person creates distrust towards his or her partner, although the partner may not have done anything wrong. But his or her doubts eventually can lead them towards wrong choices and eventually can ruin the relationship, or it can muddy the situation. Then it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So keep that in mind, that suspicion or distrust is not the same as intuition. Suspicion or distrust is negative energy and intuition is positive energy. I'm not saying that doubts are never true. It will be accurate doubt only if you have strong intuition. But if you don't have strong intuition, then your doubt is just a suspicion based on your false assumption, and that could be very detrimental to your situation. So be careful and make sure you are not confusing your suspicion habit with intuition. Focus on harnessing your intuition and everything will be fine. Well, thank you for watching today. If you liked my content, please click the like button and please feel free to subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date with my new contents every week.